Power Engineering Consulting Joint Stock Company 1, PECC1. Pioneer, creativity, responsibility, efficiency. 60 years of experience in consultancy, investigation, engineering design, construction in the power sector. By 1960, there were only 7 power plants in Vietnam with a total installed capacity of 100 megawatts. This was only sufficient to supply Hanoi Center and very few other localities. Along with the restoration of old facilities, many new power plants were built and put into operation. This was the foundation for the growth of the developing power industry and served to provide a path to the development of the country.
In 1960, the General Design Institute was founded, and then the Institute Research and Design was established in 1967 with the role of consultancy, investigation, and construction design for power projects. This served as the prototype of the Power Engineering Consulting Joint Stock Company 1, PECC1, which followed later.
After nearly 60 years of development, PECC1 has become the leading professional consulting, investigation, and design company in the energy, industry, and infrastructure sector in Vietnam and in the Asian region. PECC1 performs consultancy services, site investigation, testing, etc., and is the main consultant responsible for numerous important, large-scale, and complicated power projects all over Vietnam. Among these projects are more than 50 large and medium-sized hydropower plants and many other small hydropower, one with total installed capacity of more than 15,000 megawatts, tens of dozens of thermal power projects, almost 6,000-kilometer transmission lines, including 4,000 kilometer of 500 kilovolt transmission lines and tens of 220 kilovolt to 500 kilovolt substations. Besides projects in Vietnam, PECC1 also participates in projects in other countries such as Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, and Cameroon. In recent years, PECC1 has taken a positive role in renewable energy projects in line with the worldwide trend such as assessment of geothermal power potential in Vietnam, Phung Mai 3 Wind Farm Power Project, Hao Yang Solar Power Project, AMI Canhua Solar Power Project, Phu Tho Waste to Energy Power Project, and many others. Along with the engineering design consultancy services is experiences in environmental impact assessment gained from many large energy projects. The EIA is always studied with great care in all projects involved in by PECC1 with the idea that the energy development must be done at the same time with the protection of the natural environment, biodiversity conservation, and the preservation of the local residential areas where project is developed. PECC1, leading in state-of-the-art. PECC1, the first Vietnamese consulting firm to bring state-of-the-art to projects in Vietnam. The first 500 kilovolt north-south transmission line alignment 1. The first 500 kilovolt substation. The first underground GIS substation. The largest RCC dam in Southeast Asia. The first CFRD dam. The first local consultant ever designs an underground powerhouse cavern. The first earth core rock-filled dam ever designed by the Vietnamese. The first vertical Pelton turbine. The highest waterhead, the longest KBM headrace tunnel. More than 80 modern copywritten softwares have been applied to research, calculation, simulation, and analysis of the national grid, hydrological setting, hydro energy potential, geotechnical and hydraulic study, project structure, land survey, and management. PECC1 is the pioneer in application of the new and advanced technologies in various fields of studies, including those for site investigation and project examination and diagnosis, borehole camera, seismic tomography, and software serving for the design of BIM model. To be the first Vietnamese consulting firm to recruit free adjustment theory, average plane, in setting up coordinate controlling networks, in monitoring dam displacement, and using the latest equipment, devices, and apparatus in site investigation activities. The application of remote sensing technology using satellite images and UAV aerial photos in setting up 3D models helps to select potential sites, engineering design, and environmental impact assessment, and allows faster and more accurate work. The Trimble-based Global Navigation Satellite System, real-time kinematic technology, furnishes large coverage with high accuracy. Besides MicroStation, AutoCAD, GeoSmap, Fix4D are also in the list of softwares used in the land survey and site investigation. Advanced softwares including EMTP, PSSE, and so on are applied in planning national grid as well as regional power system, taking into consideration existing characteristics and situation. Application of 3D technology as PrimTech, Rivet in designing substations and transmission line projects. On an experience-rich background, PECC1 always recommends the best-suited alternatives, schemes and layouts to optimize the project construction investment, using updated modern technologies such as PLS-CAD, Civil 3D, BOCAD, Tekla in the engineering design and studies to assure technical, economy, schedule of AC-DC transmission lines project with voltage up to 500 kilovolts. Among advanced modern softwares applied by various countries, MikeFlood is also used efficiently by PECC1 in simulation of river hydraulic pattern, spillway operation, dam break events, and its results are essential to give a general view and the most reliable possible assumption so decision makers will be able to respond in case of emergency. PECC1 is the leading consultant in providing consultancy services for the design of coal-fired thermal power plants. The first CFB steam broiler technology has been applied by PECC1 in various thermal projects. Nayung, Kaohsiung, Kampha 1 and 2, particularly the Momyung 1 thermal power plant, which is installed with broiler capacity equivalent to 250 megawatts. PECC1 also cooperates with international partners to study the application of USC boiler technology to future coal-fired thermal power plants in Vietnam.
Vietnam had a lot of very big and very important power projects over the last almost 2 decades. I think the engineers in PECC1 over all this time and projects could build up a lot of very good capacity and know-how, which certainly lifts them to an international level and allows them to work clearly also internationally.
PECC1, creative, responsible personnel. Every success, even from small initiative to an entire project, is all founded in the love of work, the persistent willing, spirit of solidarity, creativity, and unity of each and every one of PECC1's employees. Over 6 decades with many memorable milestones, PECC1 has participated in and contributed to the creation of assets bringing back priceless socio-economic value. Especially, a team of employees in the electricity industry has been built to master modern science and technology and continues to preserve and promote good traditions of Vietnam's power industry. There are approximately 600 graduate and postgraduate employees and hundreds of qualified skilled workers and technicians working in PECC1. The experienced staff work together with young and newly recruited engineers who are methodically trained, qualified, creative. PECC1 staff are actively applying innovative ideas and experience learned from projects that they have been involved in locally and abroad. PECC1 has been assigned by various government agencies and administration to perform scientific researches, including that on possibility of 600 megawatt unit in coal-fired thermal power and on dam safety evaluation. PECC1 has been assigned by various government agencies and administration to perform scientific researches, including that on possibility of 600 megawatt unit in coal-fired thermal power and on dam safety evaluation. PECC1 is currently assigned to perform essential works for the expansion of Hua-Bin hydropower plant, contributing to conquering hydropower cascades on main course Da River. It should be noted that during construction or operation of power plants, whenever an emergency or failure happens, PECC1 is always the first and only consulting firm to be referred to for consultation and valuable recommendations by competent agencies. Typically are the case of diversion gate failure during construction at a hydropower project, the collapse of a diversion tunnel at another hydropower project, the dam failure in a confidential project, or the failure of penstock in a hydropower plant in Lao PDR.
Thì ban quản lý dự án nhà máy thủy điện Sơn La luôn luôn có một cái đối tác tin cậy và thực sự là chúng tôi đánh giá rất là cao. Đấy là công ty cổ phần tư vấn xây dựng miền 1. Chúng tôi là cái đơn vị mà được Tập đoàn Điện lực Việt Nam giao quản lý đầu tư xây dựng các cái dự án nguồn điện. Trong đó có 2 cái dự án nguồn điện mà rất là lớn và quan trọng, đóng góp rất nhiều vào cái hệ thống điện quốc gia, đấy là dự án thủy điện Sơn La và Lai Châu. Thì cả 2 dự án này thì chúng tôi đều được làm việc với công ty cổ phần tư vấn xây dựng miền 1 với cái vai trò là nhà tư vấn chính, chịu trách nhiệm thiết kế toàn bộ các dự án này. Thì cái sự thành công của 2 dự án này thì trong đó có một cái vai trò rất lớn của công ty cổ phần tư vấn xây dựng miền 1. Trong quá trình làm việc với lại các cán bộ, các thế hệ lãnh đạo, cán bộ nhân viên của công ty cổ phần tư vấn xây dựng miền 1 thì chúng tôi đánh giá cao ở tính chuyên nghiệp, kinh nghiệm, sự tận tụy và cái tính trách nhiệm đối với công việc.
PECC1 Project in Spotlight. Projects designed by PECC1 always keep to schedule, of high quality, and contribute in a timely fashion to supplying power generation sources serving the construction and development in the country. One of which is the 500 kilovolt north-south transmission line Alignment 1. This is the first 500 kilovolt super high voltage AC transmission line ever built in Vietnam with total length of 1,487 kilometers and in the spine of the Vietnamese national grid. The transmission line is a firm foundation for the second alignment and the coming third ones. For hydropower, PECC1 is taking the lead in bringing the state-of-the-art to the design of dam and spillway structures in Vietnam. In 2001, applying CVC DMAX 150 to concrete gravity dam at Sen San 3 hydropower plant. In 2003, thanks to application of concrete face rock-fill dam technology to Twin Quang Dam, The hydropower project was operated 2 years earlier than scheduled and thus saving hundreds of billion Vietnam dong. The project is especially efficient in water regulation in downstream. In 2005, again, thanks to the application of the roller compacted concrete technology with high cementitious content in Son La Dam, this hydropower project was put into operation 3 years ahead of planned schedule. Each year, Son La hydropower plant creates a profit of $500 million, saving over 500 million tons of coal to generate an equivalent energy production. The Bu 57 megawatt Songbung 5 hydropower plant in Quang Nam province was invested, designed, constructed, and operated all by PECC1. It was completed in 2012 and has generated since then about 213 million kilowatts per hour every year. For coal-fired thermal power projects, in 2000, thanks to the application of CFB technology in Nayung coal-fired thermal power project, the low-quality coal with 7% sulfur content had been utilized. This is not only generating hundreds of millions of kilowatts per annum to the national grid, but also ensuring livelihoods to hundreds of people working for the about-to-close down coal mine. The Ung B1 coal-fired thermal expansion plant is the first project ever supervised completely and thoroughly by the Vietnamese supervision consultant. This helps to save tens of billion Vietnam dong and provides a background for development and growth of Vietnamese consulting firms during this period of time. It is a proof that enhances the brand name, value, and great contribution to sustainable development of PECC1. So far, PECC1 has taken part in the engineering design of almost 20 hydropower projects with dam higher than 60 meters, approximately 100 kilometers of tunnel, dozens of coal-fired thermal power projects with total installed capacity of more than 25,000 megawatts, more than 4,000 kilometers of 500 kilovolt transmission lines, not mentioning approximately 70 substations with total capacity of 13,200 MVA. Success follows success. PECC1 received satisfaction from clients, not mentioning precious titles from the government, including the titles Labor Hero in Renovation Period 2005, Labor Medals of the First, Second, Third grades, and many other awards from international associations. Son La Hydropower Plant, Third Grade Labor Medal awarded in 2012. Golden Medal, Asian Energy, 2013. Lai Chau Hydropower Plant, Labor Medal of Second Grade awarded in 2015. High Quality Project Award in 2016 for Engineering Designer awarded by Ministry of Construction. 2016 was the milestone year when PECC1 was honored with a Highlight Project Award by Asian Civil Engineering Council for Lai Chau Hydropower Plant. In 2018, among 22 applied projects, the FIDIC organization selected the 520 megawatts Huy Quang hydropower plant for their award. This is to honor projects contributing to economy and community.
Công ty tư vấn xây dựng Điện 1 là công ty tư vấn hàng đầu của nước ta về lĩnh vực tư vấn xây dựng trong ngành điện. Những công trình quan trọng quốc gia, những công trình lớn như công trình thủy điện Sơn La, như công trình đường dây và các hệ thống trạm 500 kV đều là do công ty tư vấn xây dựng Điện 1 triển khai thiết kế rồi giám sát. Tôi rất vinh dự được 20 năm làm việc ở công ty tư vấn xây dựng Điện 1. Đây là một cái môi trường phải nói là rất tốt cho tất cả các cái kỹ sư, các cái cán bộ kỹ thuật chuyên môn để phát triển ngành nghề của mình. Và ở đây cái đội ngũ lãnh đạo của công ty trong quá trình tôi làm việc ở tư vấn 1 thì đây là một cái đội ngũ lãnh đạo rất là nhiệt tình, xông xáo, chủ động cũng như là có cái trình độ chuyên môn, trình độ quản lý rất là tốt.
Cooperation, commitment, heading to the future. Together with the development of the country, PECC1 is promptly providing the best engineering service, implementing power sources and transmission line projects, particularly super high voltage DC transmission line projects, clean coal-fired thermal power projects applying the USC technology, as well as renewable energy projects. In the coming time, PECC1 will continue to expand the market locally and internationally, seeking opportunities, developing sustainability, enhancing brand name, professionalizing and modernizing the engineering consulting services in the fields of energy, industry, technical infrastructure for the benefit of client, of employees, of shareholders, and for the benefit of the country. Through efficient solutions provided to client, fair treatment and development opportunities to employees and staff, PECC1 focuses in setting up its business culture through team building, sport activities to bring each and every employee together, increasing investment values to shareholders by sustainable development strategy. And this has been the lodestar for the company to keep moving forward for the last 60 years.
Với cái bề dày kinh nghiệm và truyền thống của công ty, ban lãnh đạo chúng tôi đã họp bàn và xây dựng cái chiến lược, trong đó thì luôn lấy cái lợi ích khách hàng là trọng tâm và lấy các kỹ sư của mình là trung tâm trong cái sự phát triển. Và chúng tôi luôn luôn có một cái chiến lược để đào tạo và nâng cao cái năng lực của kỹ sư tư vấn chúng tôi. Không những chỉ đào tạo trong nội bộ mà còn thông qua sự hợp tác của các dự án và hợp tác với các tư vấn nước ngoài, rồi mời các cái chuyên gia có kinh nghiệm đến giảng dạy và đến trao đổi. Các kỹ sư có thể hội nhập với quốc tế. Trong cái điều kiện chúng ta không những chỉ làm các dự án trong nước mà chúng ta cần phải mở rộng ra nước ngoài, rồi mời các tư vấn nước ngoài đến đây để hợp tác. Với tương lai tới thì chúng tôi tiếp tục là mạnh dạn đầu tư về khoa học công nghệ. Thông qua việc là chuyển giao, ứng dụng các cái khoa học công nghệ này vào công tác khảo sát, thiết kế, xây dựng và vận hành các công trình điện ở trong và ngoài nước. Chúng tôi cam kết mang tới lợi ích cho khách hàng bằng sự hiệu quả, thể hiện trách nhiệm xã hội bằng sự sẻ chia, đảm bảo hài hòa lợi ích cho các nhà đầu tư, cổ đông và người lao động, đóng góp vào sự phát triển kinh tế xã hội.
Coming this far with a mission and responsibilities. For years, PECC1 has always taken care, directed by leadership from the government and from EVN. This is great force for PECC1 to keep renovating and growing to be a professional, prestigious consulting firm in the field of energy, industry, and infrastructure in Vietnam and internationally. PECC1. Pioneer. Creativity. Responsibility. Efficiency.